I'm pleased to sponsor the Alternative Interview.
So the first game that season was away at Barrow, and I remember that was at the game. We thought we did okay, but we conceded an early goal. But your special game was the second one, wasn't it? Because it was at home to Maidstone. You came off the bench and you scored the winner with 2 minutes to go. So what a way to introduce yourself to the crowd.
Yeah, it was great. Barrow, obviously, I think it was our first league game as a team. A lot of new players. Pre-season had been a bit up and down because we had so many trialists coming in, and he was literally putting together a brand new squad of barring 2 or 3, I think, Savs, Jakey Gallagher and Charlie Walker, I think, were the only 3 that stayed from the previous season. So the Barrow game was kind of, you'd say, finding our feet. And then I remembered the day before the game against Maidstone, Gaffer pulled me in and said, look, you didn't do anything wrong against Barrow, but he was just going to start someone else. But he's like, be ready because you'll come off the bench and make an impact. And yeah, I remember it like it was yesterday. I think the ball got played through, taken a touch and smashed it in the near post, Tuesday night game. But it was great because it kind of set our season going, obviously after the loss at Barrow. So from there, we kind of kicked on. We found a way of playing, a style of playing, and we started enjoying our football. I think the thing with that is getting your first win, especially in a new team where everyone's new. You just want to get that first win, and to get it so early kind of settled everyone down, and yeah, kicked on from there.
I can remember a game not long after that, at home to Tranmere Rovers, which was a fantastic game. We were beaten 3-1. You scored again in that game. And of course, I think for the fans' point of view, because as you said earlier, I think it's fair to say Aldershot had a bit of a transitional period after it had come out of administration. It had been a struggle as such to try and get a foundation to get it settled and everything. And when Gary came back, I suppose, because although he'd been so successful when he'd been there previously, I don't think there was a great expectation that the team was going to hit the ground running as quickly as it did. And I suppose for the fans' point of view, that gave him a real confidence and a bit of a buzz, really, because the team started to gel so early. And that game against Tranmere was a real eye-opener, I think.
Yeah, I think when you play a team of the likes of Tranmere, big club, massive club, and to them, we're little Aldershot, was a big shock to them to say, look, we're here, we're not, like, I think people probably thought they could come to Aldershot and take 3 points, like it's a gimme. And we put up a fight that day and obviously won 3-1. Eye-opener for us as well, I think, because there wasn't real expectation on us. But once we beat them, we kind of thought, hey, we're all right, you know, like we can actually play with the big boys. So it was a bit of an eye-opener. I mean, we kind of thought, look, we can go toe-to-toe with anyone. It's not a case of they're trying, let's sit behind the ball and like try shut up shop. We kind of said, look, we can outplay most teams here if we believe in ourselves. And I think that year we did. We won a lot of games. I think we ended up drawing both games with Lincoln, who went up. We beat Tranmere and drew with them in the league, I think. So we got 4 points off them. It was other teams. I think Forest Green, we lost both of them to them. But a lot of the teams who are said to be league clubs, we done really well against. And then it was picking up points against the teams that were like down the bottom side of the table. And we managed to do that, which kept us up there.
And so by doing that, again, another goal he scored away at York not long after that. And then just before Christmas, we lost at Chester. And then we went on a run of losing only one game in 20. And you'll probably tell me before I tell you that the one game we lost, you didn't play in at Guiseley.
We lost at Guiseley. I actually got injured the day before we travelled. And it was literally a little freak injury. Someone's taken a shot and we were playing a small-sided games. And I was standing on the side of the pitch because our team went on and the ball's just hit my ankle and I've rolled it. And it literally just ballooned. I probably could have played, but Gaffer said, look, I believe we're going to go down and get a result, no matter, because we were on form at the time. Like, it's not him being big-headed. It was just literally him saying, look, we're on a run of form here. We've got momentum. I think Guiseley was struggling a bit. And I think we lost 1-0 in the end, didn't we?
Yeah.
So, we lost 1-0. But I've never been one to say, I didn't play, so we lost, blah, 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 because at the end of the day, it's always been a team effort. If we won a game 2-0, people that scored the two will get the credit, but the defenders kept a clean sheet. So it's always been a team effort. And I remember being at home and seeing 1-0 and obviously feeling a bit disappointed, feeling that I wish I played, I wish I travelled, but it was probably right that I didn't, because I probably could have got even more injured, I guess, if I had played.
And if you look around about that time, I mean, there's a group of players who you said earlier on, it sort of gelled very well and got together. And then there was the addition of Kundai Benyu, who came in just before Christmas on loan, Idris Khan, who came in as well. And you all seem to have a great bond and a great camaraderie, and that makes a huge difference, doesn't it?
No, 100%. The team was a close-knit bunch anyway. I think in every team you get little cliques anyway, but within them, as a whole team, we were so close that we actually didn't think we'd lose a game. That's how strong mentally we felt about ourselves. And Kundai came in, brought a bit of quality. Idris was so young and just played with a freedom that like not many people have, because when you're older, you feel more expectation. He just went out and played free and just expressed himself I think he was 16 at the time. And you don't really get that from more older heads in the team, I guess. So he was very unpredictable as well, because normally when you look at teams, you go, he's their key player. If you stop him, you got half a chance. But with Idris, no one knew anything about him apart from us in training. And initially he was with us just to train, keep fit in case he got a move. I think he went on trial at Man United. He went on trial somewhere else as well. And in the end, he trained so well that you're like, let's play the kid. And I think he scored on his first game. I think FA Trophy game, I think it was. I don't know if it was his first game, but he came off the bench and scored. And towards the end, literally the link up between, say, the front three or front four, Rendell was in there as well. Sometimes Matty McClure was unreal at times. And we go in thinking we'll outscore any team. Even if we didn't keep a clean sheet, we think, we've got 2-3 goals in us, because everyone was chipping in with goals. Even Shamir was scoring goals as well. So going forward, we were frightening. And then I think we had a joint best defensive record in the league in terms of clean sheets as well. I think maybe with Lincoln. So we could do both. So we had lads that could play, obviously like Kundai, myself, but then we had guys who can do the dirty side, like Jacob Gallagher, Will Evans, Callum Reynolds, but then it all kind of mushed together and we were class, to be fair.
Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for waste. I've been from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.
And of course, a lot of players have gone on, and we'll talk about different your own career as it goes on. And for Kundai, it doesn't appear to have worked out maybe as well as he would have liked it to where he's gone. But Idris still 21, and he's in that Peterborough squad regularly now, and he's had a good run of games where he started not so long ago, and could have a really good career in front of him.
No, yeah, 100%. Iddy is always someone, like I said, unpredictable. When he had the ball, could go left, could go right. The only thing with him was probably his end product or his decision making, which at such a young age, you're not going to do everything perfectly. I think 16, 17, he was with us for those couple of seasons, or 18 months, however long he was with us. And with time, you can see his decision making's got better. I think I watched the game Peterborough played, and you can see he's gone on the outside and he knows what kind of cross to do at certain areas of the pitch. So he's developed really well, and hopefully, like you said, he's 21 still really young. Makes me feel really old, to be fair, but he's doing really well. Kundai, obviously, he's got an unreal move to Celtic. I don't think that's a move you can turn down. I think he was 19 at the time. I don't think you can turn it down out of contract, and he's done so well for us that you couldn't begrudge him a move of that calibre. But it's hard to get in that Celtic team. That's what I would say. It's really hard to get in that Celtic team. They won, 9 titles in a row they've done. So you think they're signing players from other countries and whatnot. So it's really hard to get in there. And he had a couple of loan moves which didn't work out. I think he went to, I want to say Rochdale, but I'm not 100% sure.
Oldham. Went to Oldham.
Oldham. Okay,
yeah.
Oldham. Okay, he went to Oldham. I don't think their style of play suited him, which obviously didn't help. And then I think now he's at Wildstone. And again, I feel he needs to play in a team that, I wouldn't say built around him, but play the way he wants to play. Mm-hmm. And then that helps. And at Aldershot, we want to play football. And a lot of teams in the National League don't really play the football that we played. So it hasn't suited him, but it doesn't take away from his talent, because he's still one of the most talented players I've played with. And obviously I've trained with some great players as well. I think he just needs to find that club, and then he can kick on again. But he's a great player. So is Iddy, and hopefully they're both still young. Hopefully they both can rocket up the leagues and make a name for themselves.
And then talk about yourself there, because what's it like for yourself there, where you've come from Watford, where the majority of your career you play in academy football, where there's not the expectation of the crowd or anything like that, and then you come to a team like Aldershot, quite a partisan crowd. They get behind their team, and the East Bank can be rocking when it's on its day and everything. And all of a sudden, you're getting songs created about you. They're singing your own personal songs, and that. How does that feel as a footballer, from going from one extreme to being right in the mix of it?
I've always enjoyed playing in front of a crowd, whether it's 10 people and a dog, or however many, 5,000, whatever. I've always enjoyed playing in front of a crowd. I feel like it makes me play better. It's kind of like being at a theatre or a singer, and you got a crowd of however many people. You just want to impress them and do well. So it didn't really make a difference for me personally. Like I said, I've been on loan as well, so I've played in front of a decent crowd. And I think we played FA Youth Cups quarter-final against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. There was quite a few fans there. Yeah. So it wasn't anything new to me. In terms of songs, my mum, as a kid, always used to sing songs on the side. Everyone thought she was crazy, but she'd just make up songs for everyone in the team and start singing them. When I first signed at Watford in the academy, and by the end, all the parents were all just singing songs, and it was just a bit weird, but it created a little atmosphere for us young boys running around at the time. But no, it was great. The Aldershot fans were unreal from day one. I think it did help that I scored quite early in my Aldershot career, and it was a winner. But it was literally one of the best crowds I've played in front of, and literally couldn't say a bad word about them. Even when I ended up coming back as well, the team weren't doing great, but they still stuck behind the team and pushed us on, win, lose or draw. So I have nothing bad, all positive about Watford. Aldershot fan, sorry.
And Watford, yeah, we'll say Watford, just in case any Watford fans watching.
Watford fans love you all too. Look, going into these playoffs, we can beat anyone if we put in a performance like we did that day and the previous games before. When Gary lost his head, you kind of felt like you let down your dad. And at that time, there was one thing that was guaranteed, was Ren scoring, because they absolutely hated him. Obviously, yeah, everyone knows why, but